If you're joining me live today and you're in the UK, you'll know that the weather has changed dramatically. The rain has actually just eased off, but personally where I am, I've been woken up on and off throughout the night with by the sound of the rain. And up until, hi Beverly, just until very recently, it's been absolutely pouring. And since I am coming to you on these more live mornings from my conservatory, when it gets heavy, you can hear it because the glass roof is quite noisy in the rain. Although not nearly as noisy as the polycarbon roof that was on here when I originally moved in. So I'm wondering how everyone else is feeling, how you're feeling about the fact that it's raining. I've realised over the last couple of years that I actually love rain. And hi Helen, I really love the rain. I love the freshness that it brings, the feeling of a new start, particularly after a long period without rain like we've had here in the UK recently. And particularly in this month, I mean, the last few years, April has been a really weird month. You know, I was brought up with the idea of April showers, rain one minute, sun the next, and that seems to have completely disappeared. And I know for some people, rain is depressing. People find it makes them sad. But without it, we wouldn't have this beautiful green countryside that we all love so much. And the thing is, you know, weather, we all know that the weather changes, particularly here in the UK. As they say, we have weather, not a climate. And we all know that even if it rains solidly for the next 3 days, which there is a possibility it will do, the sun will come back out again. And the Buddhists talk about the only constant being change. The one thing we know is that nothing stays the same. And I feel that the weather is always a really good reminder of that. And so whatever your feelings are about the rain, whether like me, you're finding it actually really lovely, you may hear it starting up again at the moment. Depends how sensitive my microphone is. Whether it's something that brings you down, whether your home circumstances are such that the idea of having to choose between walking in the rain and not going out is terrifying, or whether, again, like me, you actually quite enjoy walking in the rain if you know that's what you're going to be doing. Whatever your feelings, you know that the weather will change again. And there's a beautiful saying that I didn't know I was going to try and quote, so I haven't checked to see if it's actually attributable. I am the sky. All the rest is just the weather. Because even on a day like this, when the sky is grey and cloudy, or even when there's big black storm clouds above us, we all know that if we were to hop in an aeroplane in the days when that's an option and go up through those clouds, the blue sky is still there up above. The sun is still there up above. And it's the same with all the emotions that come through us, all the feelings that we experience. That's still a place that on a good day we can access for maybe a moment or two when we sit silently. That's the blue sky. And all of the stuff that gets in the way is the weather. And as I pause there, again, I doubt you can hear this over the microphone, but I just heard in the distance a cuckoo, which We hear a lot around this area. And it's just a reminder that the natural world is going on. In fact, the natural world is getting stronger and finding its feet, finding its way into places that it's been excluded from. This too will pass. Everything changes. Whatever you are feeling today is not what you're going to be feeling tomorrow. And if it's a huge feeling, if you're grieving at the moment, if you're in a place of deep despair or deep joy, then you may well feel a variation of what you feel today, tomorrow, but it won't be exactly the same. It won't be exactly the same in an hour's time. It won't be exactly the same in 5 minutes' time. Everything changes. Everything passes. And when we're having a wonderful time, that reminds us to make the most of it and enjoy every second. And when we're not, it reminds us to hold on to hope and trust that we will come out the other side. So I invite you, as always, to connect into the ground underneath you, through your feet, through your sitting bones. To feel the weight of your body resting down into the ground, through whatever is supporting you, be that the floor or a chair or anything else. Bring your awareness deep down into the earth beneath. And as you let the weight of your body connect into the ground, maybe find a sense of engagement with that connection into the ground, that in turn allows the beginning of a feeling of lifting out of the feet, of the sitting bones and the hips, allowing the spine to release and gently find its way, opening, making space. Maybe making a millimetre or a fraction of a millimetre space between each of the vertebrae of your spine. And the dog's come in from a cuddle. She doesn't like the rain. Letting your spine lift. Letting your shoulders release and relax. And bringing your awareness to your breath, moving through your body, through your nostrils, your throat, down into your lungs. Being with that process. And checking in every now and again whether you still have that sense of connecting to the ground, or whether your spine has relaxed and flopped a little bit, and whether in turn that has disconnected your feet to some degree. And if so, come back into your feet. Find that connection, find that lift. Allow your head to simply be resting on your spine, and come back to your breath. And each time your mind goes off into the past, into the future, notice where it's gone, and gently, kindly bring it back to your breath, to your body, to what is now. And again, when you notice that your mind has been distracted by a sound, a thought, a sensation in your body, let that thought train go. Come back to your body, to your breath, to what you are experiencing right now. And as you sit silently, you may find that your breath starts to deepen, starts to lengthen, or you may not. But as you watch your breath, if it's helpful for you, each time you exhale, see if you can easily, gently and kindly make the next inhalation a similar length. Finding with no strain, no stress, a gentle equivalence between the out-breath and the in-breath. And sitting with that. And maybe as you watch those breaths, may or may not becoming similar lengths, at the end of each exhalation, you start to notice a space, a pause, a moment of silence. And at the top of each inhalation, a space, a pause, a moment where nothing happens. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I wish you a day of blue skies, whatever the weather. So from Muppet and I, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.